if the Aces slip up, I mean, it's got to be Connecticut's. I mean, because if they make it and they lose again, yeah, my heart just breaks for all of you Connecticut fans.
I
A
know.
little bit, just a little bit, because you won a whole lot in women's college basketball, so you need to feel it. You need to feel this a little bit. Hope it stings, but I also want you to win. So,
well, you were taking a really good team in Connecticut. I'm probably going to regret saying this out loud.
oh boy,
But a team that is playing really well as of late. They've already proven that they can be one of the very few to vanquish the mighty Aces. And that's a little team in Arlington, Texas.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I figured you knew I was going to do that. But I mean, just think about this, Drew. You know, if they had survived their trips to LA, if they'd gotten a win in either one of those two games, or if they'd been able to defend home court, I mean that's three of LA's 9 wins this year. That's a third of their wins have come against the Wings in a clean sweep.
Say that again.
A third of LA's wins have been against the Wings in a clean sweep. Yeah.
So, bro.
So if you flip one or two of those games around, Drew, this is a 17-9 squad or 16-10 squad. That's only a couple games back of Connecticut still, but they've proven that they can hang around and beat the Aces. They've gone on the road to win at New York this year. They have hung around with Connecticut, almost got a win both on the road and at home. They're playing really good basketball right now. They had a 5-game winning streak back earlier in the month of July that we talked about, and they dropped a couple to Connecticut and Vegas here in the past week or two. But a couple games against Chicago at home, they got another chance to get the Aces on their home court here.
Look,
this is the last one of the season, so if they can,
I don't think the Aces are going to let that happen this time.
I don't think they will either. But I mean,
wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking, yeah. And then they got that, and then a home game with Connecticut. This is kind of a chance to go and prove it. If you're going to be a team that can win these games and win when you get to the postseason, it starts this weekend. It starts tomorrow.
They got to win at least one of those two that you just mentioned.
The Aces and the Connecticut Sun. Yeah, I agree. Because then you got a 3-game road trip after that with Connecticut again, then at the Mystics and at the Lynx before hosting the Lynx to break up the midst of a 5 out of 6 on the road before you get 3 of your last 4 at home.
Because if they do that again, then it's really like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I really believe you now. Yeah. You did it again. You got one. Yeah. Or you got the Aces again. You beat them 2 out of that. You got 2 of their 3 losses. That's you. Yeah. That would be some, okay, these guys, you can take them seriously in a playoff series now. Like, they're beating the Aces a couple of times. That's the real stuff.
Yeah.
Or even if a good win on Connecticut, that's still like, okay, they are for real. They're beating these top 3 teams. I mean, oh man, it's just they've got to win against them all, or have they not beat Connecticut? I can't remember if they have.
So they haven't beaten Connecticut yet, but they've got 2 more
teams. If they beat Connecticut, I mean, they've beaten the top 3 teams.
And the only 3 teams that are ahead of them, yeah.
Yeah. And if they beat Connecticut and Vegas, oh my God, we got to start sweating around here like Dallas is going to win the series.
I was just saying, so that, by the way, I do want to correct myself. I said clean sweep, but LA did lose here in the midst of the Wings 5-game winning streak. So it was 1 out of 4 that the Wings got. I want to make sure I get that right. I must have missed that. But so, yeah, I mean, I think they're playing really good basketball right now. You've seen Satu go off. She had a triple-double last night.
First triple-double in the history of the Dallas Wings.
That's right. And you also saw a record fall, Drew. I'm going to make sure I wanted to play this here.
Come down to 5 points or less. And as we mentioned in the open, 6 of the last 7.
And Enrique's got the record. All-time leader in 3-pointers made, Enrique Ogunbowale.
And that's just in Wings history. That's not WNBA career mark or anything like that. But still a really good accomplishment for Enrique to go and break that record. So, I mean, if they keep playing really good basketball, the schedule allows for it. We could come back and revisit this here in manner of 2 weeks as they're getting ready to take on Connecticut, the second game of two after they get these 4 games at home in the span of about a week and 8 days, and then they've got 6 days off before they play again at Connecticut on the 18th. So if we want to revisit in 2 weeks and see how they did in that span,
yep.
If we buy them as a real contender, or was it just the stretch of the season?
Might have some guests on to chat with that about too. So
I think so. I think we might.
But you remember before you got to yours, I said I was gonna almost did 2. That was my second team.
Well, I'm glad you didn't take 2.
Right? Yeah. But Wings are definitely doing well, and if they can get through that, I mean, you gotta.
Anybody's game.
That video game where you're playing the game, that they're sitting up now. They're sitting up ready to play. Like there's no leaning back anymore. They're ready to rock and a serious contender to win a playoff series.
Absolutely.
I think they definitely have a chance now, but like serious if they win even one of those two, Connecticut or Vegas.
Hey, it's BJ Laudermilk with the Lowdown Network. Thank you so much for watching this clip from one of our podcasts. If you liked it and you want more, be sure to subscribe down below and check out the full episode. You can go to our channel and click on the podcast tab and find the specific episode that this clip came from. Thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.